Welcome back to Cactus Maine, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen's and ladies. I got something for you guys today to take a look at. I was hoping to actually have shown you out at the range. Unfortunately, the Florida weather has not cooperated for the past 4 days. And I just wanted to bring a quick first impressions and look at the Osight X. Check this thing out. This is the packaging comes in. Just first and foremost, before we get any further, I do want to let you know, one, my puppy Taz is running up. I don't know if you heard his nails on the tile. But two, Osight reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in reviewing any of their sites. And I said, what are your guys' requirements? And they said no requirements. So I'm not required to give a good or a bad review on this product. So I said, yes, I'll go ahead and take a look. Can always test the new optics, see how it is. So here is the packaging for this. All right, let's get on into it since we're already a minute in. Osight Olight, because I do like Olight flashlights, do give good packaging, but you're not buying the packaging. We open it up and here you got, this is a nice compatible firearms table. Tells you what screws and what not, mounting systems for the different optics and the different firearms. And here you got a little thank you. Right there is where the optic will be and the little charger. I've already got it mounted up on my echelon. We'll take a look at that in a second. Here you got some cables, lanyard, and the tool. The tool is actually pretty nice. You're going to need this tool in your arsenal. It works with a lot of stuff. But you got a little flathead for adjusting and your little star Torx bit on the tip. Get that out of the way. Comes with some screws in here. I've not opened the screws because my echelon came with screws, but there you go. There's your sizes. Ooh, comes in a nice storage case. This will fit in the range bag nice. I didn't even know that. That'll go in the range bag. In case you lose a screw out in the... That's pretty nice. I like that. That's a plus in my book. And then this is a little storage bag for the charger and a microfiber cloth. So, let's get all this nice packaging out of the way and take a look at the actual optic itself. Here it is. On the echelon 4.5 comp. There you have it, the Osight X. Has a Trijicon footprint, Trijicon RMR footprint. There you go. Check that thing out. And since we're on the cell phone, I don't know if it's going to show very well. Let me turn it up to maximum brightness. Let's see if we can't get that to actually focus on the dot. Nope. You can almost see the dot right there. I mean, you can see it, but it's not as clear. Let's go ahead and make it a little brighter. So here's the cool thing with this dot. Let me go ahead. If you hold the minus button down, you'll change. Can't really see it because it's not focusing, but you got a circle, a larger circle. Then you have a circle with dot inside. And you can just go back to an actual dot itself. Unfortunately, I can't get it to focus at this time. Oh, well. So here's first impressions of this. Look at the body on this, guys. Let's get some light in there. So remember earlier I said you're going to need this tool. These screws right here are a little bit hard to reach without the actual tool itself. The tool does it just fine, perfectly fine. Hex bit, it's going to be a little difficult because you do have the protective body around here, and this is some new aluminum that Osight has come out with. It states ultra strong and reliable, so that's what I'm going to be doing is testing it. I'm not going to beat the crap out of it, but I am going to be testing it on the echelon. I'm going to put it on the staccato. I'm going to put it on the MPX. I'm going to put it on the Mark 18. I'm going to test it out on a whole slew of different things before I truly give an actual review of what it is. Once again, this is just a first look and initial impressions of the sight body. So there's your windage adjustment, elevation adjustment. One thing I want you guys to take a look at is look how thin the body is, the actual floor on this. So it utilizes a Trijicon RMR footprint. And on the echelon, y'all know the optics mounting system on the echelon. I had to go with some shorter screws because the RMR screws were too thick for this. So I got an RMR over here on my echelon 4.0C, which is unloaded. See if I can't line these up. And you can see the thickness difference. The Trijicon, which is not a thick optic, you know, it's not a Leupold in any way, shape, or form. But look how thin the Osight X is. So that's pretty neat. And one of the big features of the Osight is it's rechargeable. So there is no battery tray on the Osight X, but you do have this recharging thing up here. So let's take a look at the actual charger itself. Here's the Osight charger. Comes with a nice lanyard. You plug USB-C in there and it will charge up. If you want to see how much battery is left on this button right here, just hit that button and it'll tell you we're just over 75% left. If you want to know how much battery is left on your optic, just go ahead. You got to get it the right way. Set it on there. My optic is 100% charged and it will charge. There you go. And it fits, works with those iron sights. They got a nice little cutout back here now so it doesn't affect iron sights. And if you need your optic real quick, bam, pulls right off and you can turn fire. So once again, guys, this is just a quick look at the Osight X. We're going to be reviewing this. Hopefully the rain stops soon so I can get out to the range and actually put some rounds through it. See if it holds 0. I know Despop and a few others have had a few issues holding 0, but as of right now, looks good. Looks good on there. Nice solid lockup and everything like the sorts. Check that out. Anyways, rambling on. I'm going to stop rambling. We're going to, once again, stay tuned because we're going to be throwing this on a multitude of things from ARs to PCCs to pistols to more pistols to more pistols. And you know what? I'm not going to beat the crap out of it because if it is a good sight, I don't want to break the glass. I mean, the glass does come pretty close to the bottom here. So if you rack a, Holosun 507 comp off some concrete, you're going to shatter your glass. So with that being said, I thank you for stopping by. Thank you for taking the quick first look at the Osight X. Here at Casual Maine, make sure you like, subscribe, share, blah, 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 blah. All of the above. We'll check you out in the next video. Later.